everybody! How are we all doing today? Alright, everyone in the chat, first off, hello, thank you for coming to the stream. I do have a question. How is the audio doing? I noticed a little bit in the last few streams that the mic was a little low. So if you have trouble, if I'm too low and the music is too loud, let me know and I can adjust that on the fly. But let's get some, let's see who's here so far. Dion Blackman, hello, thank you for joining. Bonita Throckmorton, love the name. Ark, hi, how are you? I am doing good. We got the first, a few minutes ago, not a few minutes ago, but like hour ago, I finished the first drawing for the redraw. Oh God, what did I just do? Undo? Undo? Oh no, what is happening? Okay. Okay. Stop it. What just happened? Okay, that was weird. Yeah, so just a few minutes ago, the mic is a little low. I can fix that. How's that? I am also I'm on a bit of a new kind of setup, air quotes. My mic is in a slightly different place because my mic stand, if you remember from last stream, gave out. Just one of the legs fell off, so I have it attached to an arm that I use for regular video recording, but because of that, it's a little further away from me. So, let me know and we can adjust that until we find the right length. Right volume. But, as I was saying before, just got the first drawing for the first redraw. Technically, second drawing of the video. But I'm not gonna say any more than that, because it'll ruin the surprise. Oh, right, I forgot how many layers we had on this thing. Look at all these layers. They go all the way up from the top of the chat, all the way down here, and then some. There's so many layers to this thing. I forgot about that. Oh boy. Alright, better get started. Hello, Chainsaw Hunter. How you doing? I want to say it would be cool if true to go like pressured water for gas. You mean these things, the gauges, or like the smoke here? Because they are like, at least these eyes, the original plan I had for them was to make them like gauges, to be like, hey, this is how much gas is left in the tank. What layer are you? No, that's not right. That's not right. Nope. Nope. I'm trying to get this nozzle here, because I need to shade from the inside of the mouth, and I cannot find it. No. There we go. There's so many, and I don't think I named half of them. Ugh. Curse my hubris. But, hopefully we can finish this today. I'm aiming to do that, but that all depends if I want, to put a whole background in here. Which, honestly, I might. Which might mean we might have to go into a part 4. We'll play it by ear. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Most of these are labeled, I'm noticing, and I'm just too lazy to read them. Oops. CatNap's so cool. Sorry I missed the last two. Hey, don't worry about it. They'll always be up on the channel if you want to go back and take a look at them. And if not, that's no big deal either. I did not expect this to take this many parts. But I've had to adjust. Well, first part, the Wi-Fi just kind of quit on me. So that one was out of my control. But the I've been having to switch up my streaming schedule a little bit just to, what's the right word? Just to like hang out, because I like to hang out with my family on Sundays, and the time I usually used to stream when I first started got a little bit in the way. So don't worry about missing any of the streams. Like I said, they'll always be up, and honestly, I have to solidify a schedule. It's a lot all over the place, just with everything going on in terms of content on this channel. Wow, the drawing looks amazing. Thank you, Chainsaw Hunter. I'm really liking it, and although it's taking longer than I expected, I definitely think it's worth it. Like, making this look as good as possible. This goes on my this is gonna probably end up in my things I've drawn that I would consider purchasing as posters. So far, it is Brass Panda from the boss fight video, which I have hung up right next to me, and then there's the Rocky Rickaby from Lackadaisy as a zombie, which might be my favorite piece so far of 2024. And then this one might be up there too. Heck yeah, that looks awesome. I feel like the head is too off to the side. I feel like it should be more moved to the left. But honestly, I think it's fine for what it is. Sorry, catching up on the chat. It always jumps ahead and I can't remember. Do you like my drawing I did for a SCP-1342-A? If I'm remembering correctly, just because of the nature of SCPs being numbered and not named, it is taking a little bit just to remember which one that was. But if I remember it correctly, then yes, I really did enjoy it. Yes, it is the one I was thinking of. That one was a really cool one, and I liked the addition of the Portal 2. You did a really good job on the submission arc. For the tail pressurized water. Are we still live? Okay. 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 If the stream cut out, try refreshing the page. YouTube claims I'm still streaming. LOL. All right. I think if I understand what just happened, I think my Wi-Fi just decided it was done, and it just disconnected itself and then came back to life. So, luckily, unlike last time, we are back within 10 seconds. So, nothing really went wrong, air quotes. So I'm not going to complain about that, because I'm actually very happy that it came back. What are any of these layers? I don't know where anything is anymore. Ugh. Yeah, so sorry about that. No idea what happened. What was the last thing I said? I cannot remember. Oh, yes, for the tail, pressurized water. Right now we have it as pressurized gas, just because that is, that's CatNap's whole thing, would be the gas. But I don't hate the idea of the water. That would be cool. Maybe we can do like I'll just duplicate the layer and try it out. I'm just haven't really drawn much liquid on my time on this channel, so that would be quite interesting to give a shot. But nevertheless, thank you for the suggestion either way. I'm doing good. What about you? I'm also drawing right now. Oh, that's awesome. I'm doing pretty well. Been one of those crazy weeks again. Just having to get everything done for the video this week, which is the artist collab with me, Popcross, Dempsey Dale's J Illustrations, Night of Arcane, and Nerd Comics Inc. We're doing another one of those again, which I'm really excited for. And then just trying to figure out when the redraw is going to be. Because I'll be honest, I don't know yet. Because I have an idea for next week, Monday's video, and also just because of the nature of the collab being on Friday, getting another video, especially a redraw, out in 3 days after that is a little hard for my time schedule. So I can... No, please don't close it. It closed it. It closed. Sorry. My fat fingers closed, hit the command key for close this program. And I had to switch over because there are some things that can't be seen yet. They're not ready yet. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I have an idea for next Monday's video. Kind of like a bonus video, just because getting another video out, especially a redraw, in that 3-day span is a little unrealistic for my time schedule. And then I've also been considering moving uploads to Friday instead of Monday, but I don't know how everyone would feel about that. Actually, I'm going to put out a poll later on the community tab, but I'm also going to put one in here. Do you want normal video uploads to stay on Monday or move to Friday? Keep Mondays, move to Fridays. So yeah, like I said, I'll put that up on the community tab for anyone who's not on the stream. But I want to hear what you guys think about the upload times, because I mean, just looking at the analytics, it says most people, most of my viewers are on YouTube more so on the weekends than during the week. So that, but I also have to see how my schedule works out for something like that, because that's a really big change in time that I would have to readjust for. But I'm sure I'll be able to figure it out, depending on whichever one you all like. Oof, it's one of those days where words are not working. Speak positive, my guy. Thank you. I'm trying to be positive. And overall, I think I am. If there was other context to that comment, I've forgotten it. I'm sorry. If you are new to the streams, one thing you'll learn is I take forever to get through the chat. And I apologize for that. I just have the tendency to ramble a lot when it comes to responding to comments. Yeah. It's all... I feel like it shouldn't be shiny, just given the general nature of what I believe steampunk is. So maybe I'll fade that out just a little bit, but overall, that glare gives it the metallic texture that I'm looking for. Maybe we could add a little bit more around it to really heighten that up. Okay, this is not working. I've hit so many wrong keys. It's not funny. So this is where the light's coming from, so there'd be a highlight here, I think. Nope, that's not right. There we go. It's amazing, like, how we hang out in this stream. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've streamed. I used to do it back in, what was it, 2020, I think. And it was pretty cool. I used to do gaming on Twitch and stuff. But like, it is fun. I really like streaming and stuff. Like, it's weird because just doing it on a Sunday is weird because I'm still kind of in like weekend mode, and I'm just like, yeah, I've been chilling most of the day, but now I have to do air quotes work. So it's a weird change from weekend mode to back into the grind of things mode. But I'm really glad, like, this is how I start off the air quotes work week, since technically it is weekend. But it's just a fun, nice way to ease into the week, because we're just chilling out, drawing some stuff, and generally we don't have any problems. Depending on if the Wi-Fi wants to behave, but yeah, I love chilling out, talking with all you, and I'm glad you all could be here. I would love to maybe do gaming every once in a while, but I know YouTube gets iffy if you go into a different niche on your channel. So, I mean, there is boss level, but that requires gathering 4 other people before you can stream. Don't do it again. No, stop closing the program. Oh my gosh. If you could see how many times I'm hitting the wrong key, it's astonishing. Oh, I didn't notice you were streaming. I'm busy, so I'll be back in a moment. No problem. Awesome JJ Ranger. We did, at the time you posted that comment, I noticed. We only just started, so you didn't miss much, and hopefully you missed out on the Wi-Fi mishap. Hopefully you joined in after that, and so you can hopefully have a smooth sailing stream from here on out. I don't know, like, shading some parts of this are so weird. Like, the head was pretty simple, like I can see the curves and stuff with it. The body is just tube, and I don't know how else to shade that besides the 2 edges. It doesn't look bad, I just don't know if it's missing something per se because it's so simple of a shape, but I'll come back to that if I feel like it could use more. I'm busy with updating my Monstriana's Arcanium prediction. I think I pronounced that right. The video I tagged you in. Yeah, I'm cool. I'm awesome. I'm down to see another one, because even though you accidentally tagged me in the first one, I still watched it, and it looked really good. I'm not too privy on my singing monsters. I have friends who are, but the lore is something I'm not too familiar with. But either way, I still really like how it looked. See, like, metal is so hard. Like, it seems like it'd be really difficult to get right, but then you do that and you're good. So, I don't know. Hello, Matthew. How are you doing? Glad you can join the stream. Hopefully all the issues solve themselves out. I wonder why, like, that's not the first time that's happened to me or anyone. So I'm very curious as to why Wi-Fi does that and just decides, like, I've had enough for today. I'm going to take a nap for 5 seconds. And it's weird too, because I'm on different... So 2 streams ago, when we first started this drawing, I was on a different Wi-Fi and it cut out, and I'm like, okay, whoops, sorry guys, have to end the stream, I'll figure out what's going on. I'm on a different Wi-Fi now, and a different yet similar thing still happens, so I'm very intrigued as to why that is. That's not bad. have you ever made kaiju? I have not worked with or turned things into kaiju yet for this channel. If you've seen Popcross's latest video, yes, today's Sunday, so it would be the latest video. The kaiju monsters as demons, he mentioned that the collab next week will be Godzilla related, so that will be my first time working with kaiju, which I'm really excited about because I think the episode turned out really good, and I definitely want to either work with kaiju again or turn something into kaiju going forward, because I had to do a lot of research for this particular video just because I had zero knowledge going in, and I absolutely am a huge Godzilla fan now. But I'm going to no more about the collab. Everything from here on out is going to be a surprise on Friday the 29th. I believe that's the correct date. Whatever this Friday is. And I believe it's 5 Eastern. 5 o'clock or 5:15 Eastern. I forget what I labeled it as. What happened? I was just about to go. Yeah, Wi-Fi had some issues. Yeah, I believe it was on my end. So anyone who thought their internet issues was them, it was not. It was all me, and I apologize for that. I don't know what happened or why it was fine all day, and as soon as I streamed, it's like, yeah, you know what? No. Am I doing this right? I feel like I'm losing so much color in the canisters by shading them. It's really weird. Like, it's really hard to tell, but they seem like this is very saturated down here. Up here is not so much for some reason. Everything's good now. That's good to hear. Okay, I had to exit and go back a couple times. I'm sorry about that. Like I said, I really don't know what happened, but hopefully YouTube or OBS or who's ever in charge of that looks like it was able to save it. And so, unless somebody comes in and says differently, I think everything's running smooth. So, that's good. That's the YouTuber who I'm predicting their full song. Oh, nice. Well, I hope you're right in your theory for that, because that would be really cool. Yeah, that's not bad. I'm very iffy on the shading on the back. Like that's fine. But like, I don't know about like this part is. Yeah, this is really weird. The shading on this part particularly is really weird, and it's only really this one. These other ones seem fine. Like I guess it all just depends on where I place the gradient for them, because I was fed up with layers at this point, and instead of doing each one individually, I did all three of them as one flatting layer, which I do not regret. Like I said, look how many layers we have. All these layers. I can't afford 2 more. Okay, the red smoke. Yeah. Yeah, CatNap's whole thing was the red smoke. And experiencing that firsthand, when I played through it with my friends, was horrifying. The CatNap jump scares were really effective, but the problem is I don't like jump scares. I don't like being scared. So props to the game developer, but also, how dare you? Did you see my submission for SCP-C-C6N3? Yes. Once again, if it is the one I remember, it's so hard to remember by numbers. And although, like, I didn't really get any questions from the last one of, did you get submission name here? I'm wondering if I would have been able to recognize them by name more easier than I do with the numbers. Because I only, like, for my own stuff, I only have like 6 SCPs, which are at this point is easy to know, but going forward, I'm sure I'm gonna get into a point where, like, what SCP was that? Which one was that? What franchise was that from? But I do have the submission files pulled up just to reference back if anyone does want to ask about their submissions. I won't be revealing which ones I've picked, obviously, but if you just want to know what I thought, since this redraw is going to be more story-based, rather than the last one, which was very heavy on design notes and, well, yeah, design notes. But yes, SCP-C-693 was really cool. I liked the story a lot, and I really liked the design and the combination of colors you put together in it. And I'm going to be completely honest, I don't know what I'm, like, I am on autopilot when it comes to shading these canisters right now. I really don't know what I'm doing. My mind has just not been focusing on this, which isn't a big deal. It's not top priority. I want to make sure I keep up with the chat and also finish this, but that I'm not worried about. We still have 2-ish hours. Really? Wow. No time has passed at all. That's awesome. And for the Angel 1342, if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer it. I love your stream, so I don't care if it's a bit of a start. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you enjoy it. I've looked over through all of them and I've read all the stories, so I think I understand. But if I know you're in the Discord, so if I do have any questions, I will tag you and ask you about it. But right now, based on everything I've read, I think I understand it. Yeah, I think I understand it pretty good. And I really like it. So, but I will always come to you if I have questions. Thank you so much for offering to clarify anything for me. I did, actually, I believe it was your submission, Ark, that I did learn about, players in the SCP, like actual characters within the SCP not Constitution. Oh my god, what's the word? The SCP universe, per se. I'm blanking on the correct word, but like actual scientists and stuff outside of just the SCPs. Because I don't know a lot about the SCP Foundation. I'm slowly learning as I do these videos. So that was a cool, knowledgeable moment for me where I'm like, I don't know who this is. And then I found out that it was a person from actual SCP lore who has done a lot of, or has been involved in the story of the SCP Foundation outside of what I'm writing. So that was really cool, and thank you for inadvertently teaching me something. Also, if you notice, I'm really well, you can probably barely see because the chat is blocking the layers, but I have a purple overlay layer here that I'm barely not utilizing, especially on these bronze ones. But I think that's helping it out a little bit, because I don't know if there really needs to be a purple hue to it. I think I can do it down here, where it would be reflecting onto it from the purple catnap body, but even then, you're really not seeing much of it. Yeah, rough it in a little bit, but didn't really do anything. And we've shaded some of the glass, right? Yeah, not really. Yeah, alright, I'll figure out what to do with the glass. I don't really care, it just depends on what days work best for you. Yeah, either one works. I mean, Mondays, air quotes, work better, just because that's the schedule I'm running off of and I know how that operates. But like if people want it, if it works better for people to have them on Fridays, then that's just shifting days over. So if I have to change my schedule, it's not a big deal. It's just like, oh, gotta get back, just gotta get used to this new thing, which is not a problem at all. All right, it's looking, I don't know, these complex shapes are a little weird to understand shading wise, but I think we're doing, I think it's turning out good. Usually part of my shading process will be flattening them in with a hard brush and then softening them up. And by the time I finish the piece, I always just skip the hard brush part for some reason. I don't know if that's great and creates an inconsistency within the piece itself, but I've never really noticed a difference where it's like, oh, here's where I use the hard brush, here's where I use the here's where I use the airbrush. If like there are some areas that I do one over the other just to get a desired effect, but I think that just adds to the piece overall rather than takes away from it. For me, I don't care about time, and for me, same. And I have a question: if you're making red hair immortal, would his job be a British warrior? Red hair immortal. I'm not sure if I missed something. I'm not quite sure if you're making, and I have a question: if you're making red hair immortal, would his job be British warrior, pirate, or farmer? I'm not quite sure what that question is, so I don't know how to answer that. I'm sorry. Maybe you should add more red smoke spewing out of his mouth. I was thinking about that before the stream. I was thinking, like having the ground cover, like a low, thick red smoke surrounding him. Like, so like pouring out of the mouth and then filling the area. Which, if we are doing a background, would definitely save on some of the detail I would have to do. So I definitely want to give that a shot. Make the body dirtier like mud or scratches. Yeah, I think once I do the once we're done with the regular shading, I'm gonna go back and add scratches and stuff, because that is, I want to do those on their own layer, just so things don't get mixed up. But thank you, very good suggestion. I'm gonna give that a go once we finish with this, which we don't have. I think we really only have, we have the limbs, the tail, and this glass part down here left. That's not bad. We can get that done today. Nice. Hi, KyngPin. Sorry for joining a little bit late. No problem, Sneaking Raptor Squads. Glad you can make it. We had some technical issues at the start of the stream, so I'm glad you missed out on those. I get shading is an absolute jerk, especially when I mess something up, but I tend to learn and use my mistakes to create something incredible. Yeah, I definitely agree. It's really good to learn from what you're doing. Even like if you mess up and then turn it into like an intentional design. So like, oh, the shading looks weird, but if I do this, that, and the other thing, then it becomes part of the character's designs. That is always cool to me, where it's like, oh, this wasn't intended, but I really love the way it looks. But yeah, understanding where the lighting goes can sometimes get a little convoluted. Stupid lighting being a jerk on the way it reacts off of different materials. Can't just be consistent through and through. The whole world's got to revolve around lighting, huh? That's why you do what I do and make really direct light sources so that everything else is in shadow except for one tiny bit. In fact, let's just put CatNap in a really dark room. Perfect. And we're done with our CatNap drawing, who's in a very dark room and only has one source of light shining directly on his face. Alright, we're serious here. Let's get back into business. We gotta finish this today. Maybe. If we do a background, it might be one more part. I apologize. Hello Dragonsmith, how are you? How you doing today? Yep, okay, wait, what? Oh, this one is shaded twice? Oopsies. Okay. Messed up the flatting in that one. That's not good. But it is over it, so it shouldn't matter that much. I didn't like the angle on that. Nope. There we go. A little too much, especially since it's the back leg, so the light wouldn't be as strong. If I speak with confidence, I can come across knowing what I'm talking about. So like, something like that, I think. But like I said, this feels like it's coming on a little strong here. Wow, those legs are two very different shades of purple. Is that really how it looks? What did I do with this particular one? I want to make that a little bigger. Okay, that looks a little better. That was really weird. It just felt like it was a lot more purple than it should have been. Wait, I gotta get out my... These are important notes for a video, so I will leave those there. I got my suggestion sticky notes. Lego Ninjago and Godzilla. And Godzilla monsters as superheroes and supervillains. Both are really cool suggestions. Alright. Popcross is the reason I found you. Oh, that's awesome. I'm happy to hear that. I hope you've been enjoying the channel so far. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate that. Danny Phantom fused with Attack on Titan. Oh no, two series I haven't seen anything about. Okay, that's not true. I've seen a little bit of Danny Phantom. But I don't know much about it or Attack on Titan. So that would end up being a very heavy research episode. I really would like to stop jumping around and just try to take on one part at a time. But thank you. I cannot tell where any of the layers are anymore. The flatting layers are all out of order. Most of them are unlabeled. I don't know what I'm doing. I feel like it's been a while, like it's been a week since I last did the shading. But I'm sure I put one of these shadow layers at 60 for a reason, but I'm really thinking about bumping it up or adding in a different shadow layer. But I'll see in a second, because I just feel like the shadows aren't strong enough for at least this area of the piece, where it's a little further away from the light. Like that feels way too bright for where it is and the direction that it's not facing from the light. This, on the other hand, is closer, so I can just do boom, boom, and one more for good measure, boom, and there we go. Metal. All right, if we look at this half of CatNap, if we look at this half of CatNap, things are looking really good. The other half still needs some work done. I have suggestion. If you're stuck on one body structure, just go with another. Right. Yeah, that could work. Oh, no, that's not what I need. I need the brush tool. Where are you? There you go. I'm back. The video will be up soon, but anyways, wow, the drawing is amazing. Thank you so much. I'm really happy with how it's turning out. The face, I still think, is the best part so far, rendering wise. But we just have to see what the whole piece looks like, all wrapped up into one big thing. See, like, the shading here seems fine, but on the gold, it feels like it's not doing enough. Like, it could be doing more, which is very interesting, because it might be a color thing, but I'm not entirely sure. Rim lighting here, and then fill you in. Maybe we should go half a circle, just because this part is technically in shadow. So if we do that, that gives it more of a ovular shape rather than a flat disc. So maybe I'll upturn that a little more. It is at an odd angle because it is tilted towards the camera, which I don't feel would be the exact case, but it works. In the grand scheme of everything, it definitely works. Oop, chat jumped. Hold up while I try to find out where I left off. What are we have to submit for the community redraw after SCPs? That is a very good question, and I don't know yet. I I have to sit down and think about what the next community redraw prompt is going to be. I have a few options in mind. Because of some things I want to do moving forward. Not exactly what I meant, but same general idea. So I have one or two ideas that I'm thinking about, just depending on if I want to do them next, save them for later. Because I'll be honest, thinking of the redraw ideas are proving to be a little difficult. Just because I want to make sure I'm not copying any of Dempsey J or Popcross's redraw ideas, and also while also making a prompt that people would realistically want to submit to, and something that I feel I can I have confidence in drawing. So like, while I'm not too well versed in drawing more monstrous things, I've been working on that a lot, and so using the redraw will help me practice drawing less humanoid things. And also because Professor Marcus Plague is a really fun character to do, and so I want to try progressing more narrator-based stories within the lore of the channel, which is also why I really want to do a demon video again soon, because it has been a long time since I did one of those. But do not worry, the redraw prompt will be mentioned at the end of the next redraw. Possibly. Nah, I'm kidding. I did have an idea for April Fools to, instead of... You know what? No. I'm not gonna say what the idea was, because I might still use it. It won't be a joke. It'll be more of like a fun thing. And then just given the nature of what would happen, I would tell everyone at a later date. But I don't know. I have a fun idea of how I can convey the topic of the next redraw in a video, rather than just saying it at the end. So I'm gonna keep my mouth shut and not reveal anything, and might use that for later. And when I do it, I'll mention it in the video that this is how it's gonna be conveyed. I'm not just gonna leave it up in the air, and so every redraw is like, oh, is this the one where he does the thing he was talking about? It'll be mentioned in the intro if I do something different with conveying the redraw information. So even though there will be a warning, keep an eye out for maybe keep your eyes peeled for how I'm going to be delivering redraw prompts in the future. Maybe I'll like handwrite a bunch of letters and then mail them to everyone in the world, and then with a little QR code that goes to the channel. And so like the people who are subscribed will be like, oh cool, now I know what the redraw is. And the people who aren't subscribed will be like, what am I looking at here? And they'll either subscribe to the channel or throw the mail away. Also, notice the new profile pic. I'm really proud of it. One of my better drawings. Oh, that's awesome. It's a little small on the stream, but after the stream, I'll go and get a better look on your actual channel, because new profile pictures are always cool. I've been meaning to redo mine just because I feel mine is a little dark, that it comes across a little hard to see what's going on. But yeah, you got a new profile picture. That's awesome. I can't wait to see it after the stream. Because I can kind of see it. But like any like detail I'm not able to make out just because it's very tiny. Even mind the lore names in the comments. Yeah, for the SCPs, well, some of the names I don't remember off the top of my head, but like, when you just gave out the number, it was, even though, like, I don't know. I don't know exactly how to describe it, but there's like, there's a brief period where I'm like, SCP-1342, which one was that, which one was that, which one was that? Ding, okay, now I got it. It's not, like, I didn't forget any of them. There's just so many amalgamations of numbers that I just have to sort through the filing in my head. I'm like, okay, which ones were numbers that were submitted, and which ones are numbers my brain is just making up? If any of that made any sense. Bit short because I'm no storyteller. And that's not a problem at all. It all comes with like my storytelling when I started this channel was barely passable for, I mean, it was okay, but it wasn't like, looking back on it, like I feel I can do better. And you know, it just is with practice. And you know, I didn't ask specifically for stories. Like just describing a character and the way you did it was story itself. Even though it doesn't have like a full plot, like a start, middle, and end, it doesn't mean it's not a story. Like character descriptions, in my opinion, are still stories. So even though it's not like a full story, like don't be so hard on yourself. Like you're not a storyteller. Even, I mean, short stories exist. There are things, so even stories that are on the shorter side are still stories per se. Maybe you should ask Popcross about how he creates his SCP videos story-wise. That wouldn't be a bad idea. One of the questions I'm really that I have for Popcross and by extension Dempsey J is how they keep track of everything, because if I remember correctly, they're the two that have been doing it the longest out of the 5 of us. I could be wrong, but I know Popcross has definitely been doing it the longest. And so with the amount of videos he has, I'm just like, how do you keep track of everything and know how to, and like know what to reference where, and by extension like the files, like the amount of files he must have and has to search through in order to find a past drawing is insane. Like, I'll be honest, I have like a little base folder where it's like, okay, here's every completed drawing and a square ratio of it. And I have not kept up to date with that, unfortunately. Thank you, God. I've been searching for this leg, and I could not find it for the life of me. I've calculated that there's around 17 to 19 seconds delay after I comment, then it appears in the chat above your head. Oh, really? That long? I always assumed it was like a 10-second delay. That's a long time. Well, I mean, it kind of gives, like, I like a bit of delay on stream, just in case anything goes wrong. We have time to fix it and stuff like that, but almost 20 seconds. Wow, that is a lot. I love Mr. Bright. I thought he would be the most dramatic over his style of being an angelic demon. Yeah, I gotta look more into Mr. Bright, because like I said, I had no idea that was like an actual character in SCP lore. I thought that was an original character you created for your submission. But then I saw it in another one. I'm like, oh wait, this might be a thing, because I had no idea like scientists were part of, like specific scientists were part of what's it called, SCP lore. So that was really interesting. Fairy tale characters as pirates. I like that. I do want to do more with fairy tales, because I have that Blood Red Riding Hood from like the very start of the channel, which I want to do again. That's what I'm saying, bro. Okay, we need to stop commenting so we can catch up. No, don't worry about it. I'll get there eventually, even though the chat keeps jumping on me. So you said make a hero. I made red hair hero. That is, oh, okay. And I want to make stories about him, like different drawings in his past. Oh, that'd be cool. So the 3 questions from before, I would say start off with farmer, and then progress outward, or progress up more, and each, as time goes on, it gets higher and higher ranking jobs. Hi Ven, how's it going? When is the redraw dropping? Very good question. There is a poll in this stream that I'm sure you've seen at this point, debating whether I should move videos to Fridays from now on, I mean. Oh, that's not how that works. Or keep them on Mondays. And so far it looks like Mondays are winning. So if that's the case, the redraw can drop on the 8th most likely. Only because with the collab coming up this Friday, getting another video out in a 3-day time is not favorable for what my schedule currently is, unfortunately. And I want to make sure I get enough submission. Like there's a lot of good submissions, so I want to make sure I do them justice and get a lot of good ones in, because there were so many good submissions. It was so hard to choose the ones I did. And I haven't really chosen all of them yet either. Like, if time permits, I do want to go in and add at least one more. There's gonna be a couple more drawings than a usual video in this one. That I can promise for sure. By how much, I do not know yet. Oh, that's not the tool I need. Okay, I know. I'm gonna say. Okay, no, I'm okay. Head working. Hi, hello, Inkman Studios. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Video game power-ups as SCPs. Ooh. Video game power-up SCPs. I'm always down to do more SCPs because I love Professor Marcus Plague, and developing his character is fun. Even though, I'll admit, I kind of forget about the voice sometimes when doing recordings. I don't know if you can notice, but in the recordings, like toward the end of the video, the accent starts to slip a little bit, and I go into my normal voice. Just got to get a little better at that for the future. So much for letting him catch up. It's all good. I will. Chat can't be going too much. I'll get there eventually, and even if the rest of the stream has to be me catching up, I will get there. Lou says hi too. Hello, Radio Tower. How's it going? Even I know. I don't know. It feels weird referring to you by your username when I know you specifically. If that made any sense. But hello to you and Lou too. Hope you two are doing well. And thank you for dropping by the stream. I'm glad you can make it. This one has been taking this drawing has been taking a little longer than I expected, but I think it's making it the best it possibly can be, so I have no regrets. Might switch up some of this. I have 2 overlay layers at 70. Okay, that's a little bit much. A 70 and a 40 make a little bit more sense. FNAF animatronics as... Ooh. How would that one work? How would FNAF murder drones work? Which one? Who suggested that? Okay. That's interesting. FNAF as murder drones. Like, the animatronic connection makes sense. But how would you differentiate them while also keeping them in the same... Because the thing with murder drones is all the characters... Did we finish shading? No, we still have the glass. I got so confused for a second. Okay, what I'm gonna actually do is I'm gonna take these, copy them to where the gears are. Oh my gosh, what is that? What, stop it, what was that? So I'm gonna do these, copy to them where the gears and these are, create a group, parent them to said group, and that way I can shade the gears and stuff and then go back to the top layers of shading and shade the glass differently. We'll see how this works. It's been way too long since you've done Pop Culture Robots as Demons video. Yeah, that was many, many months ago. And I didn't even have 50 and 51 did not exist then. I was still developing the idea for a devil narrator character at that time. So I just went through and did just regular storytelling. And then I had to, air quotes, retcon them. Not really retcon, but it was more of an Easter egg in the JoJo Stands as Demons episode, where 50 is flipping through the pages of the Demon Encyclopedia, and he's reading them off, and he comes across GLaDOX, which was from the other episode. I thought that was cool. But yeah, another robots as demons would be cool, especially since I only did 2 back then, just because I worked a little slower. But doing 3 more would be fun. I just don't know who it would be. If you have any suggestions for robots you want to see as as demons, feel free to comment them either in the chat or when the stream's done, and leave it as an actual comment so I can reference back to it more easily. Or if you don't want to wait, you can always just go to the latest video and do that, which would be the Amazing Digital Circus complete compilation, just so like I can go back, see it, instead of having to remember whatever timestamp it came from. Alright, those kind of look like gears. They're passable. Stop opening windows. If we finish the drawing but there's still time, will you read every comment in the chat? I will try to. I mean, I try to do that normally, and I don't do a great... Well, I do a good job. It just takes me a while. Give me a random idea what to draw, and I know how you feel half the time. I feel like I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm sorry if we were too fast. Oh, don't... Like I said, don't worry about the comments. Well, first off, I appreciate it. Like, I appreciate everyone coming in, hanging out. Man, this... I'm gonna actually up the opacity on some of these because they are actually much more desaturated because of the glass, which I find very interesting. But no, I appreciate everyone coming, chatting, hanging out. This is really fun, and I hope it's a little less awkward for you because I don't have headphones in. So I'm not monitoring the audio, so I often forget I have music playing. So it's kind of like if I'm not responding to a comment, I'm just kind of sitting in silence and drawing, and it feels weird until I remember you all have music playing, which makes it a little less just dead silent. All right, so now we have the inner machinations. I just went into Patrick's star quote. Now that we have the inner mechanisms done, we can find whatever one the glass is and then do this and put a glare on that. And I might actually do the same thing with the lines too, and then like lower the opacity of the lines, just to kind of see like how that would look. There's not much going on there, and that's okay. So there's another glass somewhere. That's you. You're the second glass. Why did I keep you at 100? Glass is see-through. Okay, maybe that's a little better. Oh, wait, what if I did that? So, bring another one down here to this glass one. Can you stop? Thank you. And do this, make this one as dark as I can. Then come up here to this one and get rid of the shading on this one and only keep it on the bottom one. That looks better. This is art level. Yes, this is art level. Speaking of which, we need to do another boss level stream soon, Tara, because I want to play more video games. No other reason other than that. Also, I enjoy hanging out with you guys. Okay, this is the line art. And then I'm going to take this and then just... Yes, that looks good. It really captures... Actually, I'll do it for the whole thing, ever so slightly. And then just where that glare is, I'll double down on it. Now that looks like glass. Oh, I love that so much. That turned out so good. Oh, I like it. Are we done? Did we finish shading and I just didn't realize it? I think so. Okay, let's read some chat and then I'll go back and see if and add more red smoke actually. I love how and I have to also add in chips and cracks and whatnot. I love how much it looks like metal. You did such a great job with the shading and lighting. Thank you so much. I was nervous because metal, like I think I said this before in the stream, metal seems really hard to shade, but like the base of it makes it really easy. I don't know. It's a weird thing of thinking about doing something versus doing it, and it's so very different. Like thinking about rendering the metal, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have no idea how I'm gonna do this. And then I just did this whole stream doing it, they're like, do. So it's really weird. But I'm glad you like it. Here's a recommendation for a redraw. People draw their OC, for example, my profile picture, as animals, and then you redraw them in your style. That's not a bad idea. OCs as animals. Or they draw their OCs normally, whatever it may be, and then I turn them into animals. That could be cool too. I don't know. I do have one later down the line. It requires a lot more work on my part, so it's on the back burner. But I really want to do the idea I have in mind, which was also a comment suggestion, or at least the base idea for it was. And then what I have is, where is my keys? Okay, thank you. Jeez. I have an idea for a redraw, but I want to have a story for it first, and then there's certain ones from Popcross that he's given character descriptions, and people draw based on those descriptions, and he chooses the best ones to become characters. I want to do something like that. That way I have the story in mind, the story written, and I know how to incorporate the characters, because it would also involve other people within the story, like voice acting from people other than just me. And so in order to schedule that out, I would like to have everything as ready as possible before doing that. So maybe that would be like a 2-month long redraw. Like 1 month is the submissions, and then the entire next month I work on it. So like at the end of October, here's the submission for the next redraw, and instead of it being a November submission, it's a December submission. Or a December video, I mean. That could be cool. I might do that. But that's far down the line. DC villains as theme. I'm running out of sticky notes. Hold up. I need to put it into my sticky note filing cabinet. Either my handwriting is huge, or you are all giving way too many good suggestions. Where was it? DC villains as demons. That could be cool. DC villain. This is my Grinch OC. Gunch. Tara, please. This is one of the funniest things I've ever seen, and it gets me every time you say it. Especially in the context of the boss level episode. I'm trying to remember if that's the one that's out yet. I can't remember. But it is too funny. And I really don't know how to convey it without finding the post. Nope, that's not right. There we go. Maybe your next community redraw should be demon themed. I was thinking that. And I was talking to Dempsey J Illustrations, who gave me an idea for that. So I might do that. But depending on if it is, it would depend on time, but I would really like to, if I do a community redraw demon episode, I think I would like to also include a drawing in there of 50 and 51. On the other hand, though, that would be 2 character designs, which would then take away from the amount of time I have to do people's actually redraw. Sorry, my pop filter decided to unscrew itself. Okay, this is not working. Stay. If I do, what's it called? 50 and 51's character design within the redraw, it takes away time from that week to do other people's submissions, which I don't want to take away from that, especially for a redraw. So maybe I'll do a demon theme, and then, whoa, that's too much red. Maybe I'll do a demon theme and do the submissions, and then do a separate regular demon video where 50 and 51 will be designed, because I have some ideas for their design in my head, or sketched out, I should say. So it would just be a matter of drawing them. The only thing is, it is 2 characters instead of 1, so I don't want to take away from the people who submitted drawings and be like, oh, sorry, I could only do 2 or 3 this month because I'm designing my own characters. Now, if it was a different case, and if it was like, where is the shading? Oh, there, I didn't shade the smoke. I just erased parts of it. I didn't even realize that. Because I'm like there's these really dark areas in this one, and I'm like, okay, that looks cool. But there's no, I just realized there's no actual, like, rendering layer from them. That is literally just, there's nothing there, and I didn't even realize it. Oh, I don't know. I don't hate this. But I will get rid of the ones back here. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, it's on the wrong layer. It's on the wrong layer. It's on the wrong layer. Can I do this? No, that's going to get rid of that. Okay. Pause you. I'm going to erase you because it'll be easier than trying to undo everything. It's not too bad. Whoopsies. That was my mistake. Go to here. Nope. I want to add, not subtract from this layer. Everything's a mess. Alright, so now I have this in front. And then what I'm going to do is take some of this out, even some areas just to give it variety and density. And then I'm going to take this layer, duplicate it, bring it below everything else. Where are you? Do it here. And then paint in more behind him. Like that. And then I'll copy over the shading ones. Ooh. Okay, this might be a little hard. How much time do we have? We've been going for... It says it's somewhere. An hour and a half. Okay, so we have about... Really? Okay. So we have 50-ish minutes left. Oh, this might need to be a part 4. But that's okay, because I do plan on doing a bonus stream later this week sometime, just because I don't have a video going out tomorrow, because it's going out on... What's the day of the week? Friday. So what I'm thinking now is within the red smoke and a little bit outside of it, there's like these put together buildings and like this utopia, and then it fades into this where the smoke is not reaching. It fades into this decrepit, rundown, post-apocalyptic place. But that's a lot to draw, and I don't have a lot of experience drawing backgrounds. So we'll give this a shot. I have a question. What device do you use for drawing or app? I use IBIS Paint on the phone with a finger. Lol. My birthday is in April, so I'm excited that it episode in April. Oh, well, happy early birthday. As for what I used to draw, I'm on a PC that I built a couple of years ago, and I use Photoshop. And I draw on a XP Artist 12 tablet. I'm gonna really quickly look up what it is. I got all the basic components of the name. I just don't remember entirely. No, I think that's it. Yes. Yes. Okay. This might not be the exact model. I might have the... Not the Pro. I might just have the... Sorry. Please excuse this brief interruption while I do some shopping. No. It is the Artist 12 from XP Pen. I got it like... Oh god, I want to say like 5 years ago. And it has served me well to this day. I'm considering getting a bigger one just to serve me for YouTube, but overall there is nothing wrong with this one. There was one instance where I had to replace the cable, but that wasn't a problem with the tablet itself. That was the cable. It got bent out of shape or whatever. But I am sending a link to it to the website in the chat. So if you want to check that out, feel free, because it's a really good tablet. I highly recommend it. Hiccup and Toothless fused with Hero and Baymax. Oh, okay. So like Big Hero 6, Baymax and Toothless Fuse, and then Hero and Hiccup. That could be really interesting. I love that idea. I enjoy Mondays because I get to start off my week with you and Dempsey and Popcross. That's a fair reasoning. I'm glad I can help you start your week off because, you know, things get crazy in life, and if that's if you prefer a Monday, then yeah, I'll let you in that Mondays seem to be winning, not by too much, but over halves. Well, that's what winning means, but it looks like we'll be keeping Mondays for now, unless there's an overwhelming difference. Is this doing anything? I can't tell if I'm shading. Oh, I definitely am. Okay. But yeah, we'll keep Mondays if that's what people prefer, and it looks like it is. So I have no problem with that. I just wanted to see what everyone thought about that, just because YouTube analytics claim that most viewers are on during the weekend, so I didn't know if that changed anything. But I'm fine with keeping things as they are. Your neon crown in the dark, lol. Yeah, that's the profile picture I have. I don't mind it at all. I think it's a really cool one, especially the logo. It's a little hard to see, but I love the crown logo that I designed for it, like where it's like a bunch of disconnected pieces making up something. And technically, if you turn it sideways, if you rotate it 90 degrees, there's a K in there, which I thought was also a nice touch. I wish I got to utilize it more. Like, I don't know exactly how to describe it, but like, got to include it in more videos. Not videos, just like make an intro out of it, for lack of a better word. But yeah, I really like it. I just think I am too dark within the context of the profile picture, which isn't horrible. But I also don't know if it really carries across the fact that this is an art channel, or like at least a digital painting channel. How does that look? Yeah, that's not too bad. And then I'll duplicate these, put them on the mouth smoke, and do the same thing. Even though I really like the shading I have here, where it's literally just made up of parts that are erased out. But just to give it an extra touch, I'll give like a... Yeah, you know what? That's fine. Even though I believe I made the one in the back darker. So let me just boost this up to like 70. No, no, no. That doesn't look good at all. In fact, you might want to go lower. I don't know. The back smoke and the shading look really good. The front one, I'm not too sure about. Right. I don't want to overdo it with the smoke. I don't want it to take away from the rest of the piece. Also, KyngPin, how far in my story have you gotten? I want to know if you've gotten to a certain part. Oh, I don't know. It's been a little bit, so I'm not sure. I can't remember the last part it is. But, I've been doing my best to keep up. I just haven't been able to get to them, at the same rate that they're coming out. So I am, unfortunately, still a little behind, and I, for some reason, can't remember what was the last part that happened. I apologize for that. See, like here too, this looks good. For some reason, this foreground smoke, I don't love the shading on. Smoke is really, like all the abstract things like smoke and fire and 2D, get it on motion array. I don't know if any of you have ever seen that ad, but while I'm on YouTube, I constantly get ads for Artlist, Envato Elements. I mean, understandably, it's what I do. It's like I would be their prime customer based on what I do on this channel. But like, I hear them while drawing, and because I'm drawing, I can't skip them. And so I'm starting to memorize all the ads that I get. It's kind of funny. It was like earlier last year later in late 2023 when all I would get was the Grimlock ads for that self-transforming robot, and apparently I was the only one who got them because everyone I talked to was like, yeah, no, I've never seen those before. And I'm like, okay, well, guess this is a joke between me and myself then. He probably has little sticky notes in a room, lol. Yeah, I have sticky notes scattered everywhere on my desk. You could probably see some of them in the intro and outros to the videos, because some of them are behind me when I record. All right, so I'm gonna try something. I don't know how it's gonna work out, but I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna try to shade in like a cobblestone pattern into the ground. I do have to get rid of the smoke effects so I'm able to actually see, though. Oops. I accidentally attempted to save the Chrome page instead of the document. You and Popcross make my Mondays way better. Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad I can make your Mondays better. So, I mean, once again, Monday's still winning. So I think we have our answer, which is, like I said, I am A-okay with. So, and I didn't like that. It's really means a lot to me that I'm able to make the start of the week better for a lot of people. Because Mondays are tough. And going off that, I apologize that there won't be a video out tomorrow. I just didn't have... So this collab, the one that's going out on Friday, is much bigger than the one that we all did back in February. So I didn't even have time to do a... Am I doing this right? I feel like I'm not getting the angling right. It looks fine. I didn't even have time to do like a bonus video, unfortunately. Well, two. It would have to be 2 bonus videos, because there's this one and then next Monday. I just never want to go a week without a video. So like, oh, hey, here's a video on Friday, but then that means I don't have time to do a video for Monday. And so hopefully though, what I do have planned for Monday's video will be enough. This doesn't look very cobblestone. I'm not loving this. I'm gonna get rid of you, continue from you over here, because you are looking a lot better. I don't know, like I said, it's really hard to draw things that don't have like a set rigid pattern. Like cobblestone is just a bunch of interconnected stones. So how do you draw that? Of course sketching would help, but nah. I want mine redrawn the suit angelic demon, so it look SCP scientist, because in lore he likes SCP and wants to be a part, but please feel like you should choose that your story. And thanks for red hair. No problem for red hair. And the script is usually secondary. Like for a video I'll do all the drawing and then write the video, which isn't always the greatest plan. Like there's some snags that I run into where I'm like, oh, wait, this would be cool for the story. I wish I included that in the design. And sometimes vice versa too. Like, oh, this is a cool, or oh, this is a cool design element, but how does that work into the story? But I will keep that in mind for when I do write the script. I'm gonna have to perspective warp this a little. The perspective is a little off in terms of how the rocks are facing. But overall, I'm really happy with this. Oh, okay, I'm gonna finish the cobblestone because I don't like jumping around. Jumping around is how you lose focus in different parts of the drawing. So I'm gonna finish the cobblestone, and if we have time, then I'll go back and add in the scratches, and then I'll do the rim lighting, and then I will do the buildings. And if that has to be done within a 4th stream, maybe on Tuesday. I haven't figured it out fully yet, but we will. Then so be it. I'm also realizing how much more purple that head looks than the rest of the body. That's slightly better. Practice makes perfect. That is 100% true. However, only practicing perfectly makes perfect. If you practice something wrong, then you're going to learn it the wrong way. That's actually what I learned from one of my music teachers back in high school. Like, practicing is very good, but you have to make sure you practice the correct method of doing something, or else you're going to learn it wrong, which I thought was a wild concept. Okay, so it feels like the further back the stones go, the less of a ridge, or less thick they should be. Although I can vary it up, and then it'll look more uneven, which I kind of like. But yeah, this is looking cool. Yeah, it's a lot like more split up here than it as it goes further on, which is interesting, but it's fine. Transformers as kaiju. Those would both be so hard to do. Well, it would be challenging because monsters and robots are the two things I am least confident about drawing, but I am working on getting better. Excuse me. I've been talking so much. My voice is going. Which is not great. Also, I had to do some recording yesterday that strained my voice a little, so I'm also recovering from that. There's 23 comments after the one you just read. Oh, and that's not too bad. I can get through 23. This looks decidedly less cobblestone the more right you go. Oopsie doodles. Let's try to fix that up. Yeah, this looks like a very poorly paved street. But I really like that as part of the design. Seriously, I really wish I knew what I did on this side that made it look better than this side. Also, I want to do this. I don't want to make the ground just flat. Just because the rocks would fill up on the background like that. Looks a bit cliffy, but this is only the first. Oop, that's not right. Well, actually, this is only the first layer, so hopefully when we build it up, it'll look better. Do I like it like that? Yeah, that's fine. I'll give it a shot. Just create some hard lines around some of the rocks. See where they're going. That was cool. Thank you. Slime characters as Venom symbiotes. That's interesting. Like, what would classify as a slime character? I can't think of. I mean, so like the one I thought of off the top of my head was Goop from Ben 10. So something like that is what you're thinking about? Because if so, that's a cool idea. I think if I vary up the shading, like round it out like this, yeah, that's when they start looking more rocky. Okay. But yeah, it does look a little bit like a cliffside, which is unfortunate. But I don't entirely hate it. You and me are professional yappers. Yeah, I like to talk a lot. Which is not... I'm not saying that's a bad thing. When you're trying to respond to everyone's comments in a dedicated amount of time, it's a bit of a disadvantage, I'll say that. I don't know why. I don't know why that I go on a whole tangent from even the simplest of comments. But I hope you all don't mind. I hope you have come to enjoy my usually nonsensical ramblings. Anime characters are DC heroes or Marvel as an idea for you. I do want to work with anime in the future. There was one I think someone suggested a little while ago. That was like, was either anime fusions or something with anime superheroes, or was it like anime video games? It was something with anime, and I really want to do it. At some point, I just don't know when yet. I also had the idea of like Venomizing anime characters. Because I have a really cool idea for at least one. I just don't know how well that video would do. At least, whatever I did, that wouldn't be the title one, because I feel... I actually don't know. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. What was your favorite anime growing up? So, I didn't start watching anime until, like, senior year in high school, which was, now that I think about it, a lot longer than I'm realizing. So, I don't have too many under my belt, but I will say one that I really enjoy, and have started reading the manga for it because the anime took a different path, was Soul Eater. I'm still currently reading the manga, but I watched that a couple years ago, and it was fantastic. I also really love the idea of the power system of like people being able to turn into weapons, and the whole thing with witches and stuff. It's a really cool series. I highly recommend it. And I think there's talks of the anime getting like a reboot now that the manga is finished. But I could just be making stuff up, so don't hold me to that. And just create some shadowing. All right. I did also forget there was smoke, so I'm hoping smoke makes it. Yeah, that really masks a lot of it, and so it does look like cobblestone now. It looks a little wall-like, but instead of floor, but I think it's fine. The perspective is a little off, so maybe I'll fix that a little bit. RoboCop would make a perfect demon. That's a good one. RoboCop is good. Kung Fu Panda characters as legendary pets. What? I'm not familiar with what a legendary pet is. I don't know. That's a cool idea, but I would have to. I don't know. Is reset? Take two. What is legendary pets from? I'm not familiar if it's like from something or if it's its own franchise. Godzilla's Kaiju. What's your favorite Marvel movies? Favorite Marvel movies. I thought Infinity War and Endgame were good. And I thought those could have been a really good send-off to the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe as a whole. I also liked Ant-Man was good. But my favorite of all time? That's a tough one. For memory failing me right now, I'll say that Ant-Man is my favorite Marvel movie. The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma. I want another boss level stream. The last one was so fun. Yeah, we've got a plan to get another boss level stream going sometime soon. The thing was, we couldn't meet like in studio to record actual episodes one week, and so we did the stream to fill up for time, and then we just haven't been able to set aside the time yet to do another stream. But I want to so bad, because I think there are some games, there's games that I want to play that would lend themselves better to streams than they would for recordings. But also we're kind of trying to figure out whether if we can do a stream where we're all in person rather than all over Discord. Hey KyngPin, what did I miss? Hello Galahound19. Depending on when you came in, because I know I'm getting to your comment late, you came in at some point during the shading process of our Steampunk CatNap. We added in some more red smoke to really build up the environment, and added some cobblestones, and definitely not in the next half hour, but in the next stream, which will be sometime later this week to make up for the fact that a video won't be going out, we're gonna draw in a background and either do another drawing in that stream or just switch over to gaming, because why not? It might not appease the YouTube algorithm, but I don't care. Okay. I have no idea how I did the scratches last time. This is gonna be really dumb, but I'm gonna see if I can pull up my other Poppy Playtime video and kind of slow down what I did for the chips in the CatNap armor. Wow, I just pulled up the video and the set from just December was so bare. Okay, it looks like I used a grayish blue and then just put them in. Yeah, it's a grayish blue and I just threw them in. Okay, where is it? You are still underneath the noise layer. It's also very interesting. So just from looking at that for a few seconds, the difference in the smoke rendering is really interesting because this is a lot more cloudy and a little more dense, whereas the CatNap mech armor from December was a lot more wispy, which I is very interesting because it's only been a few months and yet it's a totally different style. That's awesome. You can't see that at all. What if I did like a sort of a chipped paint kind of thing? You know what I'm saying? Like took something, like took the actual flatting, changed the coloring to be more neutral, and then just painted in sections. So like take this, take a part on the body, I don't know, use a different brush, and then just paint in like this so it looks like the paint is chipping a little bit. Okay, that's not the right brush. That would be better for grime. I'm gonna see if I just even have a chipped paintbrush. That I do. So like I can do this along here and clipping mask it to the, oh, that's supposed to be from the head. Wait, what? Oh, no, that is from the body. My bad. So if I clipping mask this to the body and then just paint over in some like edged sections to make it look like the paint is chipping off. So like here, it's like fading in between the creases, and then like somewhere down here, stuff like that. I think that looks really cool. And then just, those can also act as the scratches too if I do them quick like that. This part, yes. This part up here, maybe not. I'll rethink that. But like, just like little patches. Like that. Yeah, see, like that. That looks really cool. Maybe glass could be a weak spot in battle. That would be cool. I think we were discussing... I can't remember if we were discussing the mechanics of what this boss battle would be in the last stream, but I feel like something was mentioned about how the battle could work. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go through with a couple of parts and paint in some faded paint, and then we will pick this up next time, because I do want to add in a fully rendered background, but I want to make sure we do it right. And I'm actually not gonna clipping mask this one. I'm just gonna select them and then paint. I also don't want to overdo it. I gotta be careful not to overdo it with the paint chips. What are your thoughts on reboots? Reboots could be good if done right. If they are simply made for the purpose of making money, which a lot of them are nowadays, then I do not like them. Like a lot of the live action movies that Disney have been doing, I don't really see a point in, especially a live action Lion King, because it wasn't live action, it was all CGI. So they basically reanimated the Lion King. That's just my idea. I like seeing new and fresh ideas. So a reboot, if you're doing something different with it, then I say go for it. But like something really different, not just like changing actors or whatnot, but like really changing the story and like the meaning of the movie. Like I didn't see it, but I believe Lion King was just the Lion King, mostly beat for beat, just with better looking lions. So potential to be good, not usually made for good reasons, is the TLDR of that. In an alternate studio, Mob Studios opens their own theme park with this one of the many endoskeletons for the mascot. This as the mascot? That's horrifying. Alright, I think we're good with paint chips for now. Like I said, I don't want to overdo it, but I do want to add in like a little murkier. A murkier brown, and then just give some rust. Not a really good place for it. Rust would be more so on the bottom, like the underbelly. You know, every part that is covered by smoke. Little question, how many KyngPin recreation episodes do you have planned out in advance? Do you know us, the fans, can always help with your ideas? I do have a... there are a lot of redraws that you have suggested, that the fans have suggested, or subscribers, that are really cool and I want to put. As for ideas of my own, or not ideas of my own, but rather a timeline of what's coming next, not too much. The next, like April's redraw is undecided still. I have all the ideas that you've all suggested written out, and I'll probably pick from one of them, but as of concrete next one, I have 0 planned out. Oh, should I dirty up the glass a little bit? Yeah, I think just a little bit. Because we have about 14 minutes left before I need to eat food. Wow. Those little random splatters actually add a lot. The tail should also have things, because it'll be swinging around, firing off different kinds of... Well, not different kinds of smoke, but like... I imagine it like aiming at the player in order to try to take them down. So it would be smacking into the dirt a lot. Wait a minute, there's a missing leg. Missing leg. It's not technically missing. Based on the pose, it is hidden behind the body. Granted, you probably would see a foot right about here. But it's too late to turn back now. It's not. I'm just too lazy to draw another leg. Maybe I'll put like, ooh, wait, maybe to give like a sense of scale. I mean, those stones are pretty big, unfortunately. If I made like this, if I redid the stones, made them smaller, and then put like a cart, like a small cart wagon to be like, look how big this thing is. That could work. I'll re-look at that when we do the backgrounds, because the backgrounds have a potential to make CatNap seem a lot smaller. So we'll play that one by ear. But I think that'll be it for the drawing portion of today. We made some really good progress. I really love this. We got about 10 more minutes left of the stream, so I'm going to actually spend the rest of the time catching up with the chat, because I can see there's more that I have not gotten to yet. Hey, random question. Will you ever make a sequel to My Western Academia? I just think it has a lot of potential as a series. I think so. I would be open to doing another part to that series, just because when I did that first video of My Hero Academia as a Western, there were other characters I had in mind that I wanted to draw and just didn't get to in that particular episode. So I'll look at the schedule and see, because I agree. I definitely think, at least where I left the story, there's definitely potential for more, which would be cool. So yeah, I can't promise anything concrete, but I'd say there's a possibility that that one will get a sequel. I know that you're busy and probably, but what would your take on angelic demon or demonic angel? Just asking. I have an idea. We draw angels or demons and you turn them into the opposite. Oh, that's cool. So like, somebody draws, the community draws demons and I turn them into angels, similar to how I did it with the Redeemed Hasbin Hotel, or vice versa. That could be really cool. Angels to demons, or demons to angels. Redraw. Wow, I really spelled that word wrong. I spelled redraw R-E-D-W-A-R. Which is decidedly not how that word is spelled. Also, anyone who does have ideas for redraws or anything, if you can, once this stream ends, put those ideas into the comment section. So if I forgot to write one down, or if you have any ideas, if I forget to write them down, I can easily go back into the stream comments and be like, oh, this, that, and the other thing. That looks sick. Thank you so much, Bonita Throckmorton. Still love that name. Toy Story characters as Poppy Playtime toy monsters. That would be interesting. I always love the inverse idea. So instead of taking Poppy Playtime into something, turning something into Poppy Playtime. I believe Night of Arcane did that. And a topic I've never seen before is turning something into animatronics rather than taking FNAF animatronics and then turning them into something else. Toy Story as Poppy toys. So that would just be really like making horrifying Toy Story characters. I love that. Bonus stream, yes please. Yes, I fully intend to. I just need to find out what day works the best for my schedule. My phone's dying in 30 seconds. Adios. It's been so long since you commented that. I'm so sorry. I hope you got to charge your phone at some point. This has nothing to do with anything, but I realized that next year I'm going to turn 18, so I'll be an adult, and that's crazy. It is crazy. 18 is a big moment in life. I remember when I turned 18. Actually, I don't. I forget which birthday that was, but it was fun. I just remember thinking like, wow, I'm no longer considered a child anymore. That's really weird. Believe it or not, my first video that led me to you is Digital Circus Maximum Venoms. Yeah, that got a lot of traction somehow, and I don't know what happened, but I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope you like that series. With the second episode coming out, I think they said like sometime in May. I'm really excited to do another Digital Circus video, and I might take that time specifically the next like the 3 weeks around that or something to be like an indie animation focused string of episodes. So not just like Amazing Digital Circus specifically, but like Murder Drones, Port by the Sea, Lackadaisy, and just all the like a lot of the smaller air quotes animated series that aren't as much in the public eye, because I've been watching a whole bunch of them and they've done an amazing job. So I would love to just like give them the spotlight they deserve as best I can on my channel. I will turn 24. Feels so old, so I will try and make drawing. So that's why I said give me an idea. I love to draw, so that is my best time spent on my birthday. That's a great way to spend your birthday. That's awesome. I think I gave you something to draw, right? I can't remember. Well, I'm heading off. Catch you guys next time. Thank you so much for joining, Galahound19. Hope you have a good day. Okay, I have to go, but I enjoyed talking with you. Have a great day. I enjoyed talking with you, too. Have a great day, Benita Throckmorton. Sneaky Raptor Squad. Kung Fu Panda Ellens as a horror movie characters. Kung Fu Panda. Alright. I've been trying to write down as many ideas as I see. I'm sorry if I end up missing some of them. Hello, how's it going? Dempsey Rezwetsuo? I think you pronounce your name. I'm sorry if I got it wrong. Whichever day works for you and your videos. Also, hi. Hello, Dempsey. Also looking good. Thank you so much. If horror movie characters as Power Rangers isn't going to be a community redraw, he will at least make it a series on the channel. It's possible. I've never really done, like, there were the 2 Mortal Kombat ones, but as a series, I've never really done X as Power Rangers. So, possibly. I can never make art like that. Cool. Thank you, but this is just practicing. If you asked me even heck 3 months ago, let's say, or I was gonna say at the start of the channel, which is almost a year, but like even 3 months ago, I don't think I would have been able to draw this because I would have been so psyched out at the prospect of drawing a mech. I would be like, oh, I have no idea what to do. And so it just took practice, and that's what was great about this stream. I didn't have to worry, these streams, multiple, I didn't have to worry about, oh, I got to get this done for a video. I got to make sure it's done this day or whatever. I was able to sit back and take my time and study what the mechanic parts would be. So you could definitely learn to draw learn to draw and improve your art skill just by sitting back and just like studying what makes the components of the art. Like, I really skipped over anatomy, which is something I would need to learn. But if I sat down and just like, this is how this connects to that and the other thing, like, I can learn that even though I might not be perfect at knowing it right now. If that made any sense. I'm sorry. I don't know if you're gonna see this. I want to say I wanted to redraw a suit for a character. There's a limit on how much I can type. No, no worries. If you want to redraw, go ahead. Like, no am I to stop you. Apologies, just writing down another suggestion. All right, we got quite a few more, so I'm gonna kind of run through these. I got an idea: Danganronpa characters as demons or angels, and/or angels from Hazbin Hotel. It's pretty random, but I kind of like the idea. I like it too, especially since you can do a lot with their talents and their fates in the stories. Danganronpa demons. KyngPin, is that a xenomorph Herobrine trying to take over your computer? If there is a Herobrine trying to take over my computer, save. I'm not losing this. If I lose this, it's all over. If this file gets corrupted, I delete the channel. I don't make the rules. Ideas for robots is Demon, Metal Sonic, Springtrap, Wally, Ultron. Metal Sonic, Wally, Springtrap, Ultron. I think you should turn Transformers into demons and have 51 and 50 narrate it. Maybe they have sparks corrupted by demonic energon and turn into demons. That's cool. Transformers. So I can work that into the robots as demons, or do a whole episode of Transformers as demons, which would be fun. If you don't use it, I will, or we can do a joint vid on it. I'd be down for that. But yeah, that is a really cool idea, Dempsey. Also, I'm working on Friday's video, which is going to be fun. Just scripting it now, and that's the hardest and longest part of a vid. That is actually very true. I've noticed that more and more. You would think the drawing takes the longest, and probably time-wise it does, but like collectively. But scripting is an all-day process for me. It's crazy. Love your art, and mechanic would be around the eyes. I don't remember everything about it, and stay hydrated. Thank you. I've got my water, but it's slowly running out. Imagine the Amazing Digital Circus as mech armors, or Poppy Playtime as the Amazing Digital Circus. That would be like I've tried to do like things as the Amazing Digital Circus. The thing is, it's got such a wacky aesthetic where it's not concrete in its styling that it's really hard to design something in that universe. It's much easier to take the characters and put them into something else. But I do love the Digital Circus mech armors idea. That could be really cool. I think I have an idea for Kane. Like off the top of my head, I think I have an idea for Kane. Hazbin Hotel as My Little Pony, Charlie Morningstar as an Alicorn, Vaggie as a Pegasus, and Lucifer Morningstar as an Alicorn. That's a cool idea. I've got a friend who's really big, who really likes doing MLP art, so that would be a cool collab video to do with him. Has been MLP. I don't know. I actually don't know if they're in the chat, but I will definitely bring that to their attention if they are not. Well, I want to say stay cool and please try to take breaks. Thank you. I will. I actually will be wrapping up the stream very soon as I get through these last few comments. You could try your own weird Marvel and DC fusions like Spider-Man and Superman, Captain America and Green Lantern, and Iron Man and Shazam. Marvel x DC fusions. I could give that a try, even if like for a stream. I am always wary about taking an idea used by other YouTubers. I could like, obviously, where I could always ask Popcross and see what he says, but No, I might do that actually. Because the fusion idea is cool. There's a couple other fusion ideas that people have suggested that I would like to try. Mortal Kombat Power Rangers reboot. Blue Ranger Raiden, Black Ranger Kung Lao, and Gray Ranger Johnny Cage. Not bad. Redeemed Helluva Boss characters. Okay, that one I actually didn't even think of. I was strictly in the Hazbin Hotel track of mind for that one, but Hazbin Hotel could be cool. You should Venomize the new Amazing Digital Circus characters as well at some point. That would be awesome to see. I think it definitely would be really cool where it would just be like, for the entire first season of Amazing Digital Circus, I keep on it where every character, I Venomize every character. So far, I've completed the cast. Minus like the mannequins or the background characters that we don't see physically, minus Kaufmo. But like, just as the series goes on, it's just be like, hey, here's another one, here's another one, here's another one. And by the end of the first season, it's like, here's every character Venomized. You can get them in one big poster for 3 payments of $19.99. That might actually... So depending on how many they introduce in the next episode, I'll either do that as a live stream or a video on its own. I don't know if I can continue that story, though. I might have to just, like, reboot that universe. I have not given you an idea to draw. What about a steampunk pony? That's all I got. That's just what came to the top of my head. Joe's Bizarre Adventure has mech armors and make characters based on pop culture, like Danny Phantom, Jake Long characters, and Generator Rex characters. Yeah, another JoJo episode would be cool. Maybe do a Godzilla video since the movie is coming out soon. That could be a possibility. I can't say anything for certain, but I definitely think you should tune in on Friday. And there might be a Godzilla video then. Just a speculation, though. Can't give any concrete anything. It's been way too long since you've done a Infusion video. You need to do another one. Yeah, when was the last one that I even did? Was it the Popcross Challenge? Was that my last Fusion video? That might have been. Oh, no. Technically, the horror icons fused into one was the last Fusion video. But that wasn't long after. So yeah, definitely another Fusion video soon. Dempsey, I am so sorry. I'm going to get to your comment in a section, but there is a heart icon blocking off half of the comment, so I don't know what it says. I genuinely can't read what the comment says. Okay, we'll get that in a second. I forgot the Gloin Queen! Alright, well, I know what the next live stream is going to be. I gotta Venomize the Gloin Queen. Digital Circus has been. Okay. Popcross is usually fine if you do the idea. Just credit it's inspired by his video, link to it, and make sure to do your own spin on it. I'd ask if I'm unsure though. Yeah, definitely. I would of course give credit. That goes without saying, and link to the video obviously. But still, I wouldn't be upset if somebody did my idea without asking. Like, I always say different artists will always create different things. But personally, I like to make sure the person is okay with it. Pokemon as Ben 10 Aliens. I do want to do another Pokemon video. I wasn't too pleased with how Has-Been Pokemon trainers turned out. But I do want to do another thing Pokemon related. MOP Steampunk? Yeah, I think it would just be a cool idea. Just because of one of the last comments I read, and also I got this staring me in my face. And thanks, I will draw that. Awesome, I can't wait to see how it turns out. And I'm assuming Dempsey, like I said, okay, it does say Zilla. Am I going to watch the new Zilla movie? I intend on it, even though I have not seen the 7 other ones that come before it. But I'm really excited for it, now that I'm very, I'm in the Godzilla fandom now. And with Has Been Hotel Superheroes, that brings us to the end of the chat. We went a little overtime, but that's fine. But I am hungry, I'm going to eat dinner, and I hope all of you have a great day. And let's end the poll real quick. So it seems like a lot of you much prefer videos on Monday, so we will keep them then. That being said, no video tomorrow because of the collaboration coming out this Friday, but there will be a second live stream sometime this week. I'm shooting for Tuesday, and we're going to finish up the background of Steampunk CatNap here. But other than that, thank you everybody for joining. I hope you all had fun, and I will see you next time. Take care, everybody.